In this session, we will learn how to work with different media like images, audio, video and others in our HTML code. Media tags in HTML are essential for adding interactive and visual elements to web pages. They enable you to create hyperlinks, display images, and embed audio or video content. The list of media tags include these tags. Let us learn these tags in detail one by one. The first one is the image tag. The image tag in HTML is used to embed images into a web page. Image tag is one of the most frequently used tags in web development. To include an external image, we can include it in our code like this. Here you can see the image tag is an empty or self-closing tag, which means it doesn't have a closing tag and only contains attributes. The src attribute is the source of the image, that is, the URL or the location where the image is situated. In this example, we used this src attribute, where this path is the relative path to the root of the website or folder. It loads this image from the images folder, located at the root of the website location like this. If you are new to this and don't know how to use relative paths, we will see a separate video at the end of this series. We can directly provide the full URL of the image, if we are using the image from the internet, like this. We can give an alternative text to the image using the alt attribute. This text is helpful to the end user when the image cannot be displayed. Here when I use the wrong image path, it cannot display the image and show us the alternative text. The alt attribute is also helpful while using Screen Reader. Screen Reader is a software application that enables visually impaired or blind individuals to interact with digital content. We must provide proper alternative text values to describe the image. Also note that the alt attribute is equally important for SEO, which helps search engines to index images better. It is recommended to set width and height attributes to each image like this, to prevent layout shifts. This will allocate space for the image before it fully loaded. We can set image title like this, to specify additional information about the image, which we can see as a tooltip when we hover over it. To optimize our website performance, and when immediate loading of image is not necessary, or the image is not in viewport in initial load, we can use loading attribute to set loading lazy. This will ensure the loading of image only when it enters into viewport. This avoids unnecessary loading of images, and help improve website performance. By default, the loading is eager, which loads images immediately while loading page. This delays the page loading until all images get loaded. We can also improve the website performance by providing src set attribute to image tag. This enables us to provide different images as per different resolutions and screen sizes. This allows browsers to load the image best suited for screen size and pixel density. In this example, we used src set attribute along with sizes attribute. The src set attribute tells the browser to select an image suitable for a width of 200 pixels. We have also defined this size, to tell the browser to load image suitable for a 200 pixels display, if the screen or viewport width is less than or equal to 400 pixels. When we use src set attribute in image tag, the src attribute here will act as default or fallback image, if the browser is unable to load any of the src set images from these settings. It will load the fallback image from src attribute. We can also define clickable areas on the image by using useMap attribute like this. Here, useMap uses the map named CountryMap, which we have defined here. In map tag, we have defined a reactable area with coordinates with left is equal to 34, top is equal to 44, width is equal to 270, and height is equal to 350, which makes this area clickable, and the defined href attribute will redirect the user to this specified address. Apart from it, we can also use the image attribute isMap to send the coordinates to the server, to process some server-side action based on coordinates. In this example, the image tag is having an attribute isMap, and the image tag is located within anchor tag with this endpoint. When user click on any part of the image, this will send the coordinates of click position like this, as a GET request to the endpoint. This is all about the image tag. Next, we will explore the audio tag. The audio tag in HTML is used to embed audio files like music, sound effects, podcasts, etc. on a web page. It adds audio to a web page with the browser's built-in audio control with play, pause, and volume adjustment buttons like this. We can use audio tag in HTML page with this code. Similar to the image tag, here the src attribute is used to define the source of the audio to be played. Here, I have already added this file in the audio file folder as shown here. This controls attribute adds the browser's default audio controls like play, pause, and volume controls for users to interact with. If we skip the controls attribute, then it won't display the controls, and the user won't be able to control the audio. By default, the audio tag doesn't play the audio on page load. If we want the audio to be played automatically on page load, we can add an autoplay attribute to the audio tag like this. The audio will automatically start to play once the browser page loads. But nowadays many browsers block autoplay unless the audio is muted or the user has interacted with the page. To keep the initial state of the audio tag mute, we can add a muted attribute to the tag like this. When we use this attribute, the audio is already muted when the audio starts to play. We can add a loop attribute to the audio tag to play the audio in a loop again and again indefinitely. The audio tag has a special attribute named preload, which defines whether the audio should be preloaded with the page load or not. Preloading the audio enables the user to play the audio immediately with a click of play control. But it also extends page load time. So we must avoid preload if we don't need to play the audio immediately after the page load. There are 3 types of values we can set to this preload attribute. By default, preload of audio control is set to auto. So it starts loading the full audio file immediately on page load. When the preload is set to none, the audio tag does not preload the audio file. In this case, the audio will start loading once the user clicks the play button. Also, when we set preload to metadata, it doesn't download the full audio file on page load, but it loads file metadata like file size, file duration, etc. This enables browsers to display the total audio duration in the control like this without downloading audio file. As different browsers support different audio file formats, like Chrome and Firefox supports OGG format, but Safari doesn't support this format. To ensure our audio works across all the browsers, we can use source tag like this with audio tag. In this case, the browser initially tries to play the MP3 file. If it doesn't support the MP3, then it will try to play OGG file and so on. In case, if it is unable to play any format, it will display our custom message as we have specified here. All modern browsers support formats like MP3 and WAV. But WAV file format results in large file sizes, so we do not prefer it for large sound clips or music. We can customize the appearance of the audio player completely from this to this or this using CSS and JavaScript. Don't worry, we will learn how to achieve this later in CSS and JavaScript sessions. Now we will move to video tag and explore all aspects of it. Similar to the audio tag, the video tag in HTML is used to embed video files on a web page. This tag allows you to add multimedia content to your site, such as tutorials, promotional clips, or any other kind of video. The video tag supports various attributes and features to control how the video behaves in the browser. In this example, the video tag is used with the src attribute directly inside the tag. I have already added this video file in the video file folder. This src attribute points to this video file, which is the video that will be embedded on the web page. Users can click on the play/pause button to start or pause the video. If the browser supports the MP4 format, it will play the video from the provided src attribute. This controls attribute ensures that the browser's default video controls are visible in the video player. In the browser, once the web page is loaded, the video will be displayed with default controls like play, pause, volume, and full screen options. Similarly, when we use the autoplay attribute, it automatically starts playing the video as soon as the webpage loads. It's important to note that many browsers prevent autoplay if the video contains sound. Sometimes, to keep the initial state of the video which is displayed in the browser muted, we use the muted attribute in the video tag like this. This is often combined with the autoplay attribute, as many browsers require autoplay videos to be muted. The loop attribute here loops the video playback. When the video ends, it restarts automatically. The poster attribute specifies an image to display while the video is loading or until the user hits play. The image appears in place of the video before it begins. The preload attribute controls how the video is loaded when the page is opened. It can take three values. The first one is preload is equal to none. When the preload is set to none, the video file will not be loaded until the user clicks play. When the preload is set to metadata, only the metadata that refers to duration and dimensions is loaded. And when the preload is set to auto, the browser decides whether to preload the entire video or not. In the video tag, we can also use the width and height attributes to set the width and height of the video player in pixels, displayed in the browser. These are all the aspects we need to see in the video tag. Now let's see what source tag is. The source tag is used within media elements, such as video and audio tag, to specify multiple sources for the media. This ensures that the browser can play the media, depending on the format it supports. In this example, we can see that the source tag is placed inside the video tag. The src attribute points to the location of the video file. In this example, the video is named this. The type attribute specifies the format of the video file like this. This helps the browser quickly determine whether it can play the video. The browser will attempt to play the video in the first format it recognizes. If the browser doesn't support the video tag, it will display this fallback message. Now let's move to the object tag. The object tag in HTML is used to embed various types of external resources into a web page, such as images, videos, PDFs, and even other web pages. It is a versatile tag that can handle multiple media types, unlike specialized tags like image for images or video for videos. Let's understand the object tag with the help of a simple example. In this example, the object tag is used to embed a PDF document inside the webpage. The data attribute here specifies the file we want to embed, which in this case is this PDF file here. The type attribute tells the browser that the embedded file is a PDF, so it can handle it correctly. These attributes define the size of the embedded PDF display on the page, making it 300 pixels wide and 200 pixels tall. Inside the object tag, we added a fallback message for browsers that do not support embedding PDFs. This text appears here in the browser when the browser does not support the PDF. Now let's see what the embed tag is used for. The embed tag in HTML is used to embed external resources like multimedia, documents, or web pages directly into a web page. Unlike the object tag, the embed tag is self-contained and doesn't require a closing tag or fallback content. It is commonly used for embedding media such as videos, PDFs, audio files, or even websites and games. In this example, as you can see, we are using the embed tag to display a PDF file directly in our webpage. Here, the src attribute specifies the source of the external file that is being embedded. In this case, I have already added a PDF file here and the location of this file is specified in the src attribute. The type attribute here defines the media type of the embedded content. This example will then display the PDF embedded into the webpage. If the browser supports the embedded PDF, it will show the document within the specified dimensions as shown here. Now let's move to the iframe tag. The iframe tag in HTML is used to embed another HTML page or content within the current webpage. It creates an inline frame, essentially displaying one webpage within another. It is widely used for embedding external content such as videos, interactive maps, or even entire web pages without requiring the user to leave the original webpage. In this example, the iframe tag is used to display another webpage in the current webpage without redirecting it. The src attribute specifies the URL of the external page which is embedded. In this case, this webpage will be displayed inside the iframe. Also, the title attribute provides a text description of the iframe content, which is useful for accessibility and search engines. Thus, the iframe will display this webpage inside the specified frame. The user can interact with the embedded content as if they were on the external site without leaving the current page. The figure tag in HTML is used to group media elements, such as images, illustrations, diagrams, or any other content. It is often used in combination with the fig caption tag to provide a caption for the content inside the figure. The figure tag wraps the image or any media content and its caption. The fig caption tag provides a description or caption for the content inside the figure tag. In this example, the figure tag groups the image and the caption together. The fig caption tag provides a caption that describes the image. For this image, the caption is given here like this. In the browser, you can see the image that we have provided in the code with the image tag, and also you can see the related caption given in the fig caption tag. Now let us see what the track tag is used for. The track tag is used to specify text tracks for media elements like video or audio. These tracks can be subtitles, captions, or other text content. The track tag is placed inside the video or audio tag and it helps enhance accessibility by providing additional information, such as subtitles or descriptions, to media content. In this example, the src attribute in the title tag points to the file containing the subtitles, while the kind attribute specifies the type of track. In this case, it is subtitles. Also, this attribute indicates the language of the subtitles, and this attribute provides a label for the track so users can select it in the video player. Now, when we play the video in the browser, the video player initially does not show any captions. However, when I add the subtitles file using this available option, the subtitles appear in the player. In this video, we have covered all aspects of media tags. In the next session, we will explore how to use table tags.